All right, so we're going to be going over taking the back. When you have a guy, especially somebody who's got a little bit of wrestling background, they do a very good job. Even if you've established this position, which is a winning position, okay, it's not quite yet dominant, but he knows he's in trouble. He knows you're going around back. Even in wrestling, you know, he wants ride points, okay? So he's going to do a very good job of following you with his shoulders and his head. And that's his whole job, is he watches where your knees or your hands go. And as I move this way, he just keeps reorienting. You know, I keep running around him like this, even if I'm up here like this, okay? I eventually have to get around him. And your feet usually aren't enough to do that. You have to start hand fighting. Okay, so there's two basic ways of doing this. There's the finesse way, and then there's more of the brute force way. So let's start with the finesse way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to block the shoulder. And this is actually one of the first ones that Steve ever taught me on how to get around somebody. It still works very, very well. Okay, so the idea here is, instead of being like this, once I know which way I want to go, the opposite hand comes across on a diagonal and just put it right there on the side of the shoulder. That's usually enough. Okay, once I block that, as I start coming around, okay, see how he's running into my arm? And it's not enough to stop him. If I stay here like this, he can move my arm out of the way. But the idea here is that as I do this and he moves, good. Okay, see, I'm right there behind him now. That gives me just enough to kind of bounce off the side of his shoulder. And then when we get more comfortable with it, we're finding like this, I catch and I put my weight on it. And now he's in deep trouble because I've got his head blocked too. So then we're right there around him. And we're always, even if we don't have our hooks in, we're always getting our hands around the waist. Whether it's in a seatbelt ride where you're coming right here like this, or if it's around the waist, like a waist cinch. And the reason for that is, I come through like this, aha, I got your back, and then he sits out. Good. Okay, I just wasted all that effort. So get a hold of the guy. All right, so again, we're here, block, come around, okay? Get a hold of him around his waist, and then we can work in our hooks. Okay, and then from here, you're doing whatever favorite submission. All right? The next one, the more brute force way, is we're going to control his head. If I literally hold his head right here, okay, go ahead and try and move it, right? He's not going anywhere without his head. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but the idea is the same. Okay, so once I know that he's reorienting pretty good, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push his head down. That's it. Okay, push his head down, catch his shoulder, and there we go. Ideally, I want to put all my weight on that side and get his head all the way down to the mat. If he lifts his arm up, you can pretty much see that, okay? But sometimes they've got strong necks. So while he's pushing his head up, now I'm around back, all right? And again, both of these play out the same idea that if he can't turn his shoulders and his head the way that you're rotating, he can't stop you from going around back. All right? Now, for the guys that are a little bit more used to this, you can block, come around, get your hooks in immediately. For the other guys, just get a ride. Get your hands around him and then work from there. Steady progression, that's all you want, okay? Block, back, hook, hook, okay?
Guys, we want that ride. We like to be the top, you know, we're the top grappler. We like to be the guy behind him. You want to be behind him. He can't see what you're doing. You got full vision. You can steer him. You can control him if you get the ride.
Yep.
You know? So that's the whole purpose of this thing. We're squared up. We're kind of in a neutral position when we're facing each other. We want to Derek wants to get around Steve here, so he can get his back and get the hooks in, finish him off. You know, we want to control the position. It's totally about controlling position. That's why we're doing this. Okay. Can you show us the swim around and then the head?
Okay.
Okay. Just one more time, and then I'll have you guys practice.
We're going to catch with the back of our hand. Don't do that, okay? Because again, it's going to be hard for me to put my shoulder down and still block the back of the hand where your knuckles are. Block the shoulder. Put your shoulder onto his shoulder blade. Run around back.
Can you show that a little more full speed like you do it? So. Boom. See, that's that quick.
And then the next one, push the head down, shoulder down, come around back. A more normal speed. Okay, just like that. Good?
All right, let's give it a try, gentlemen.
Nice hip control here, I can do wrist control there, wrist here. Eventually, I had a nice opening, see this up in the side of arm.
No gee, I'm like, well, I bet you have to do it all here. You have to.
Yeah.
Put it on my chest and your hand on the back of that. Set it right there and then just push off from around.
Okay.
Always looking for hand.
Trying to get around. Well, you want to get hip control, you want to, okay? So, leave that pressure off, walk back. So I'm going to get the outside there, I'm trying to get around that pressure and then I was getting right from here, right over the top of that. I was like kind of playing up in a deep end.
I always try to grab right there. Try to grab your arm right.
Yeah, pull the great spot. You're going around all day.
Yep.
I'm trying to go in, inside the thigh, inside the thigh. Now if you move, I'm going right, I'm just riding along. That makes sense? So not really loose. I'm making tight hand, and then I can let's do this.
Okay, so now you're blocking here.
Right, yeah, I haven't tried that yet. Okay, Feel like a forward. Right. And then this.
Yeah, I stepped into it a little funny. I just moved